What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a high skin fade. To start this fade, we're going to start out using the trimmer, and we're going to keep our line relatively low because I know I'm going to push it up over time to stretch this whole fade out. But we're going to start with our trimmer, bring that all the way around, and still, even though it's a high fade, drop it a little bit in the back. So once we've finished using our trimmer, now our next step is going to be the foil shaver. But before I do that, I'm actually applying a pre-shave powder, which is essentially a shaving cream but in powder form, and it's meant only for electric shavers like the foil shaver, and it prevents redness and just helps the machine cut through much easier. So like I said, once that shaving powder is on, we're just going to use the foil shaver. And notice I didn't put that powder all the way up to the line because we want to keep that foil shaver underneath where we went with the trimmer so we don't push everything completely up. And now it's time to put our next guide in, which is the open blade or the half. And in this case, I'm doing about a finger width. I will push this up a little bit more at the end once we're done blending it, just to make sure that top line is a perfect half. And just like we do all of our other fades, once we put this first guide in, we blend it out, starting with the blade closed and slowly opening our way up. After I blended, I noticed there was a tiny bit of a line there from the trimmer that the zero from the clipper couldn't really get out, so we just got to tap that real quick. And once that's all out, we can move on to the next step. So for our next guide, we're going to use the one guard all the way open. This is going to go about halfway up to that part before we move on to clearing the rest of that bulk. And to remove the rest of the bulk, we're going to use the 1.5 guard. My client came to me with this part already where it is. So this is where we're going to keep it. This is where he wants it. And he wants it at a 1.5 guard. So we take that all the way up and just go against the grain, make sure everything's nice and even. And from here we put on the half guard, and this is where we start blending, starting all the way closed, slowly working our way up. This is going to push probably past that one open that we just did before, but that's fine because we know where the top is at a 1.5 guard. So we just have to keep it underneath that and blend all the way up. So like I said before, blending this out and stretching it this much might put us past that one open we did, which is not a problem. You just put that one open back on and just blend up the rest of it. Now for the top, just like how I cut the top of any one of my clients, we start with the front, get it straight across exactly where we want it, and then we go to our vertical or mohawk part. Cut that straight back. As we can see, the short hairs in the front, that's our guide, and then we just keep that even all the way through to the back. And then we just blend out the sides of the mohawk part, making sure to keep everything nice and even. So to bring this fade all together, we're going to start by doing some scissor over comb on the opposite side. This is where the hair lays down. Obviously he styles it to the side and like a comb over, so we want to make sure this is all blended out into the fade. So my client has a weird cowlick in the back. Everybody has this. It's called a crown, and we need to make sure before we cut any of this that the hair is laying down exactly where it wants to sit, because if we cut something too short that doesn't want to be that short, it could stick up. So this is super crucial dealing with cowlicks. Need to make sure everything lays where it wants to. And that's the cut, all finished. This is the before, and the after is a significant difference. And if you did enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.